by disregarding that they are wrong, we do anything, whatever we can. See what is happening in this world today. Whole world is a battlefield. The whole world is a madhouse. Human beings do not behave like humans. Animals in the jungle live peacefully. Because they follow the nature. Human beings have violated the nature because of that intelligence. So other living beings have no such intelligence to violate the nature. They have no religion. Among those 31 group of living beings, religions we can find only among the human beings. Others have no religion. Even devas, brahmas also have no proper religion. Animals, spirit, ghosts, devils, they have got religion. Only human beings. Why only human beings need a religion? Last year we had the interreligious discussion in Kuching. Christian, Hindu, Buddhists, Muslims and Sikh, 5 speakers. Then somebody asked one question. Who created religion? Whether created by the man or given by the God? Christian, Muslims, Hindu, Sikh, all these 4 speakers wanted to escape answering this question. They asked me to answer the question. Then I knew they want to escape. If one of them said created by the man, then lot of argument. If another group said no, given by the God, then so many arguments. That is why they wanted to avoid. Then I thought, why not? I also escape. I said, if I am going to answer this question, it is like this. Which comes first? With the egg or chicken? If you answer this question, then I can answer it. So, we must understand what we talk and what we do. Think mindfully to avoid evil, wicked, cruel, harmful things. To cultivate good things. Talk something meaningful which are important. By thinking, by talking, by doing something, we create good karma and bad karma. Mind itself creates good karma as well as bad karma without doing anything. By talking, we create lot of bad karma and lot of good karma. And by doing certain things for our pleasure, for our living, we do many bad karma and good karma also. We never think. Now, hatred, ill will, and strong misconception that we maintain in our mind. There is no such thing as moral or immoral. We must have freedom to do anything whatever we like. That is called mithya, the wrong concept. We don't believe that there will be another life after that. This is the only one. Without studying, without thinking, without observing, simply say, we don't believe that there will be another life. This kind of concept, if we maintain, these thoughts create bad karma. By talking, to hurt others' feeling, scolding, accusing, blaming, criticizing, condemning others, we pollute our own mind, our purity in the mind. Hurt others' feeling, create bad karma. We talk to others to console. When they have fear, worries, disturbances, we go and talk to them to console, to reduce. Those who are suffering from sicknesses, we can go and console them, talk to them nicely, to reduce their fear and worries. By doing that, we create good karma, to console others. By doing certain things, you can understand very easily. We can slaughter thousands of others, living beings, for our living, for our pleasure. We can do any dirty, vulgar, immoral things for our pleasure. Read newspaper every day what is happening in this world. Animals never behave like this. In one of the discourses, Buddha has said, dogs are better than human beings. Do you know that? Yes. Male dog never disturb female puppies. This two-legged dog, own father, few months old girl, baby, molest. That is why Buddha say, dogs are better than human beings. This is the nature of the human mind. We cannot imagine how cruel this human mind, up to what extent they can develop this cruelty. Those who have planned to destroy World Trade Center in America, nearly 4,000 innocent human beings had to face untimely death. 1.5 trillion property completely burned and destroyed. After that, those who organized said, well done. Can you imagine nature of the human mind? 4,000 innocent human beings did. Well done. God bless you. Now, there's a big problem. Heaven is fully packed. Yes. No. All those who destroy the followers of other religions are in heaven. Fully packed. That is religion. This is the nature of the human mind. That is why we must know what is in our mind, the nature of our own mind. Then action. Samma ajiva. Right livelihood. For our living, for our survival, we do certain trade, certain business to make money. Yes. There are 5 things Buddha has mentioned. Goes against the right livelihood. What are those 5 things? Now you rear animals by selling to gain an income. Whether chickens or pigs or cows or any kind of living being you rear to make money. It is not right livelihood. Again, you want to do the business by selling meat. You go and order the slaughter chickens or pigs and sell, make money. Not the right livelihood. You want to make money by selling poisons that people use to destroy others' life. You can make money by selling dangerous weapons, even time bomb or suicide bombs. It is not a right livelihood. You can make money by practicing slavery. Practicing slavery means by selling living beings or human beings. It was a very big business at that time. They catch innocent human beings, bring them into the market and sell. Are still going on. They catch children, innocent girls, carry them here and there, make money. Slavery. These are the 5 things Buddha has pointed out. It is against the right livelihood. If you want to go to the correct path, you must try to avoid, keep away from these 5 things. Samma Ājīva. Samma Vāyam, right effort. Not by using your body, your mind. You had to strengthen your mind when evil thought appear in your mind. Train your mind not to do that. When the good thought appear in your mind, develop your mind to do that. Religion is important for this purpose. When you observe the 5 precepts, you recite one word. Say, Pānātipātā Veramani Sikkhapadam. Sikkhapadam Samadhiyāmi. What is the meaning of this word? Sikkhapada. To train the mind. I observe this precept to train my mind not to do this bad thing when that idea appears in my mind. It is not a law given by the God or commandment. Through understanding. That is what I say at the beginning. We develop our mind to understand this is wrong, this is correct. If it is wrong, we train our mind not to do that. If it is good, we develop our mind to do that. That is called right effort. You have to develop this effort. Samma ditti, samma sankappa, samma vaca, samma kamman, samma ājīva, samma vāyāma, samma sati. We can use that samma mati. Samma mati means die peacefully. That is also important. Here sati means mindfulness. This is very important, mindfulness. We must know what we are talking. We must know what we are doing. We must fix the mind toward this particular object what we are dealing with. Either talking or doing something, or reading, or computer, or typewriter. The mind must be there. That is called mindfulness. then the five senses cannot bring external object into the mind to disturb. Now mind is concentrating towards one particular object. We had to train and train and train our mind this. This is the most important thing. We can avoid so many troubles and problems and enmities if we talk mindfully. Then how to do that? First we had to train the mind by fixing towards an object which is neutral. Neutral object. Neutral means cannot be very pretty, handsome, beautiful thing. Cannot be very ugly, dirty, smelly. Neutral. Our own breath is neutral. Then we fix the mind, inhaling, exhaling, inhaling, exhaling. Mind is only working with this. Now, five senses cannot bring anything from outside. Mind cannot create mental object for imagination. Mind is really experiencing, relaxing. Do you know when the mind is relaxing, the main organs of our physical body also get the chance to function in normal way. Because the mind always disturbs them. When we are angry, when they are greedy, when they have jealousy, the mind influence. See, when you get angry, look at the face. And examine the pulse, heartbeat, brain cells, hormone, glands, nervous system, blood circulation, heartbeat, and the stomach. These are the things always become the object or victims to the polluted mind. Within 1 second, mind can disturb one of these organs. So we can avoid from all these things. Now the mind is pure, mind is relaxing, mind has no chance to create any evil thought, nothing. Now that is training. I think you have been attending to meditation classes and practicing retreat. You know the real meaning of meditation. Here what I am talking, the 8 noble path introduced by the Buddha is this mindfulness. How useful it is. Then last one is Samma Samadhi. Samadhi we interpret as concentration. Real meaning of the word Samadhi, tranquility. Tranquility in the mind. That means when the mind is pure, any objects that we take into the mind, we analyze unbiasedly. Try to understand things as it is, not as it appears. We always look at things as they appear, not as they are. Through this, we come to know the reality in any existing thing. That is why the Buddha says, Yang kinchi samudaya dhammang sabbantang nirodha dhammang. Dhammika Sutta. the first sermon. If you can concentrate on this, you can avoid so many problems and worries and disturbances that you maintain. What is the meaning of this? If there is anything that which come into existence, yankincha samedaya dhamma, component thing. What are the component things? Element, energies, mental energies, all combined together. Then the life or the things, the planet or the sun and the moon, things come into existence. Due to combinations of these elements, energies. But sabbantang nirodha dhamma. But all those things that come into existence never remain forever without changing, without decaying, without disintegrating, dissolving. That is the universal law, not created by any God or any Buddha or Bodhisattvas. Universal law. All these things now exist in this universe. You think they remain forever like this? No. Changing, decaying, and disintegrate. The component thing join all together, element and energies. The binding factors, energy start to loosen after some time. Then slowly, then elements and energies cannot agree. Then confusion, then trouble. Changing, decaying, dissolve, disappear. If we can understand this, yankinchi samudaya dhammang sabbantang nirodha dhamma, Dhammika Sutta. The whole universe, that which appear, they appear due to the combinations of elements and energies. And of course scientists have discovered so many things, new kind of energy. Electron, neutron, proton and nuclear, they have produced by using these energies. Beside this, the Buddha has mentioned only 4 elements. Nama and Rupa joined together. What is Nama? What is Nama? Apanama. Not that Nama. What is the meaning of Nama? My dear friend, you are meditating, you are learning, you do not know the meaning of this word Nama. Nama means mind. Nama, Rupa join together. Then the life come into existence. Rupa, what is Rupa? Anything that which is subjected to decay. Rupa. Through the influence of external energies. Rupa. Now this is Rupa. Combinations of elements, energies, but subjected to decay and dissolve, disintegrate, due to external forces and internal elements and energies. Heat, wind, water and internal element. Slowly decay. Therefore it is called Rupa. Nama, namang namana lakkhanam. There is nothing here in this world, the Buddha says, that you can compare with the human mind. Nahang bhikkhave anyang eka dhammampi samupassami yathaidang bhikkhave chittang. Chittang means mind. He said, I have never seen any other kind of energy in this universe that which runs so rapidly. Namang namanulakkana. Change. So this nama and rupa, mind and matter, that means elements and energies. Combined together, the whole universe exists. That concentration, that understanding appear in the mind, completed the journey. That is the mission introduced by the Buddha. That is the religious values in Buddhism. And this is the way how to practice Buddhism. So, as long as greed, hatred, ignorance, these three evil roots exist in our mind, we cannot live without fear, without worry. Greed creates fear and worry. Hatred creates fear and worry. Ignorance creates fear and worry. A Deva came and asked this question. Anto jata bahijata jata jatitopada. Here we have enormous problem, internal, external problems. We do not know how to overcome these problems. Are the advice from the Buddha. The Buddha gave the answer. He said, Sīle patiṭṭhāya naro sapañño cittaṃ paññañca bhāve. If anybody want to get rid of their troubles and problems and worries and disturbances, there are three things to do. First thing, sīle patiṭṭhāya. Try to uphold your principles, your precepts, your morals. By violating these things, whatever you gain, whatever you do, you never become, will be free from these problems. You must have some sort of principles. That is the first thing. Sīle patiṭṭhāya naro sapañño. Cittaṃ paññañca bhāve. Chitta. Then you must know the nature of your mind. You must know how to train and tame and culture your mind. By keeping all the evil forces in our mind, we pretend, nothing wrong with us. Then how can we find peace, happiness? How to avoid worries and fear? Pañña. Pañña means wisdom. Wisdom means clear understanding. Only these three things. First, you must try to uphold your principles, your morals, your ethics. Without doing that, you cannot get rid of this problem. Then you try to train and tame your mind, knowing evil forces and your duties that you have to do. Last one, when you go through this, you gain real understanding, wisdom. After that, no trouble, internal, no external, everything is settled. But without doing anything else, we want to gain peace and happiness and everything from heaven. Just now I mentioned, I think I did not explain the United Nations Constitution. Did I explain? War begins in the human mind. At the same time, peace also must come from the human mind. That I told you, they are repeating what the Buddha has said. People pray and worship, asking peace from heaven, from God. We are fighting and quarreling and killing, we go and pray and come back and again kill. And ask the peace from heaven. That is the way how they practice religion. Mano pubbang gama dhamma. Have you heard this saying of the Buddha? In which book? In very popular Buddhist book. Mano, first line. Mano means mind. Mano pubbang gama dhamma. Double A. Mind is responsible for all the good and bad thing that which exists in this world. Human mind is responsible for all these good and bad things that exist in this world. Not because of God or devils or good spirit, but human mind. There they have written there. War begins in the human mind. Therefore, peace also must come from the human mind. Unless they create strong determination to stop their fighting, how can we expect peace from heaven? They are asking peace from heaven, asking from God. We are not against God. Few weeks ago, I was invited to attend the birthday of Archbishop, Catholic Archbishop. All the religious groups were there. After speaking few words, all of them say, God bless you. After speaking few words, I say, may the Buddhist God bless you. So one day, I met Bishop Pinay. Sometimes I joke with them, I say, God bless you. Then, where have you got God? I say, you do not know, we have Buddhist God. That is the Buddhist attitude towards God. Don't say we don't believe in God. Our concept on God is different. You must never say you don't believe in God. One day we were invited to attend the International Islamic Conference in Kuala Lumpur. As soon as we entered into the building, a group of people from another country, I think they had never seen a Buddhist monk in their life. Straight away, come and ask, do you believe in God? I said, why not? To ridicule his question. That is not the way to ask, where are you coming from? What is your religion? We are very glad to see you that you are here. And by the way, may I know what is your concept on God? That is the cultured man's way of talking. So straight away come in and do you believe in God? I said, why not? You must know how to deal with all these people. What is the time now? It started at 8:30, isn't it? Why not we give time for them to ask questions?
Thank you, Chief Reverend, for a very enjoyable and, I'm sure, beneficial talk. I now open to the floor for questions. For the benefit of those sitting at the back, can you please relay your question through the mic? There are 3 mics provided on the floor. As time is limited, we have roughly about 20 minutes left. Can I have the first question now?
Venerable, actually I have questions which I always encounter with the non-Buddhists. You see, even though they claim that they are religious, but they believe in superstition, like being charmed and that, that kind of stuff. So how do we explain to them?
Do you know, every day I am facing this problem. How many people approach it? Sometimes very old ladies, sometimes 80 years old ladies also come and I think someone has charmed for me. I say, for what purpose? This belief I have seen very, very deeply rooted in this part of the world, Malaysia. Because there are 3 groups: Malays, Indians and Chinese. Malays learn from Chinese, Chinese learn from Malays, Malays learn from Indians. So many superstitious beliefs. So it is very difficult for us to take out this from mind. And sometimes people come with sour face and crying and worrying. Reverend, I have one big problem. Then I say, you are very fortunate. You have only one problem. We have so many problems. Then they start to laugh. Then I can go on talking. So when he goes out with smiling face, he goes out. You must know how to talk according to their knowledge, education, understanding capacity. To some people, whatever we talk, no effect. Then what we do? All right, don't worry. We give something. You better keep this with you. This will protect you. Nothing will happen to you. Very happy. That is the technique, Simply by talking, we cannot. Now, if immune system in our body, any amount of medicine what we take, no effect. Exactly like that.
Okay, can we have the second questions? I'm sure everyone here got a lot of worries and fear. I have a lot.
After listening to the talk.
Yeah, that's a question.
Good evening, Reverend. I have one question.
I cannot see the person who. Where? Oh, light, no wonder. Oh, I must see the face.
Okay.
Now
right. If our relative is mentally ill because of worries, how do we help them to overcome the problem? Thank you.
Why only your relatives? What about others? Many people are facing this kind of problems. But we had to deal with them, handle them according to their understanding capacity. How far they can understand things. Whether they can understand what we are going to talk. Or if they had no such possibility, no point of talking or advising, then try to adjust another technique. There are various ways. So, I told you, worries and fear and suspicions are natural. But some people increase by taking very seriously. One incident, some people take so seriously into their mind and worry and get angry. And all the others never take seriously, just neglect. They have no worries, no fears. So it depends how we take things into our mind. That's what we have to develop our understanding. So, we cannot control. The Buddha could not control some of his own disciples who was staying with him. Devadatta, very cruel, very wicked, very jealous disciple related to the Buddha. Throughout his life, all the advices given by the Buddha, he did not accept. No one can change the mind by force. No one can change the mind of another person. Impossible. The Buddha also cannot change. The Buddha could not change the mind of Devadatta. He could not change the mind of Channa, another disciple, very stubborn. When the Buddha was about to pass away, Ananda came and asked the Buddha. Channa became a very arrogant and very stubborn disciple of the Buddha. Ananda came and asked, now please tell me, what are we going to do with this man when you are gone? The Buddha said, you must give him capital punishment. Do you know what is capital punishment according to the Buddha? No one should go and talk and invite him for anything. Because way of life at that time is not like today, 2,500 years ago. They had to depend on each other for their survival, for their food, for everything. Now everybody is completely neglected this monk. After a few weeks, he realized it is due to his mistake that they treat me like this. Then understanding appears. See the technique given by the Buddha. Therefore, whatever advice that we give, we cannot change others' mind. One person cannot change another person's mind, but can give ideas or method or technique to think and understand and change. Now, after listening this talk today, some people say, actually after listen, that Reverend who gave a talk created anger in my mind. Some others say, oh, he created a lot of happiness in my mind. You are wrong. I cannot create that. After listening to me, you created that in your mind. Your anger or happiness, you created in your mind. I cannot create in your mind. Therefore, if people are not ready to listen, by talking we cannot do anything, but there may be so many other techniques, the method.
Thank you. Any more questions? We still have 10 minutes more. Final call. It's a rare opportunity we can bring the chief down to Sabah. Oh yeah, just 1, 2. Okay.
Venerable Sir, I was working as a nurse some time ago, and I was working in intensive care unit. What I would like to ask is, when the patient was on a ventilator, and when the patient is very ill and going to pass away, when the vital signs is dropping and so on, even though he is on medication support and ventilator support. When the doctor finds that or decide that the patient is not going to make it, when he orders to reduce the medication, that means the medication for the heart support, by me doing that, say reducing the medication and all that, do I contribute some kind of bad karma or anything? Can you please comment on that?
Thank you.
It is a good question. Many people ask. Now, some people maintain the life by putting tube here, tube here, tube here, tube here. So when you remove these things, that person cannot survive, die instantly. Whether it is by doing that, do they create any bad karma, knowing that he died when they remove these things. Another thing, that recently they practice in Australia, euthanasia. The patient go and request the doctor to take away his life. Be requested. They have done. But after that they realize this is very dangerous. Human mind is such, they can misuse. Anything in this world they can misuse. Therefore they have withdrawn this one. Karma we create not by action. Action alone cannot create karma. Chetanahang bhikkhave kammang vadami. Our chetana. Chetana means intention. We must do things intentionally. Either kindness, compassion, sympathy, or cruelty, wicked, and what you call dangerous, harmful thing. If these things are working in the mind to do this, then it will become either good karma or bad karma. You may do lot of things that which create karma, but they are neither good karma nor bad karma, neutral. Because you did not create that idea in your mind that you want to do that. But action, when you're driving your motor car, how many kills, cats and dogs and some others you may kill. But you never create any bad karma. Because you never think that you want to kill them while driving. Therefore you are completely free. But here, person who is going to die, by force, we hold on this by putting all sort of tube. When everybody comes to know that this person cannot survive, then they request, why not we remove this thing and to have the end of it. They do not create any idea in their mind that they want to kill this person. But they know this person's life depart from here when they do that. So that action cannot create bad karma. Death means departure of life. Many people still have not realized what is death actually. This body is not our life. This is the house. Our life live in this house. But in some other world system, life can exist without shelter, without a body. But in this part of the universe, life cannot exist without a shelter or body. So when the house is getting decaying and decaying and decaying and rotten and collapse, the life goes away. That is called death. No one can kill a life. Life never dies, please remember. Life never dies. There is nothing to die in the life, it is an energy. No one can see a life. No one can see a mind. But they exist. So, if the rotten house is collapsed, what is the use of staying there? Go away and build another new one. That is called rebirth. Buddha says very clearly this. Viññānaṁ mātuguchismiñ okkamati. That departed consciousness with avidya, trishna, karma, upadana, bhava, with these 5 mental ingredients in the mind. That is life. Other religionists use another word, soul, because they could not understand the real meaning of consciousness. We can explain what is consciousness, what are the ingredients, what are the energies in the consciousness. But this English word cannot give real meaning of the word used by the Buddha, Viññāna. In Pali, Sanskrit language, there are 42 words to explain the nature of the mind. In English language, consciousness, unconscious, semi-conscious, that's all. Therefore, we cannot get the real meaning of the word used by the Buddha, Viññāna. That Viññāna depart from here, life is there. Therefore, life never dies. So why do we worry when it is rotten? Better to kick it out and go and build another new house. By force, we are holding it, keeping for nothing, to suffer more. Many people cannot understand. Whole day and night, suffering, physically and mentally. Still they want to live. For what purpose? I really cannot understand. When your passport is expired, my dear friend, you have to renew the passport.
One more final question before we close the session.
Oh, you always final.
Renew.
Yeah.
Venerable, I want to ask a question on diet, that is a vegetarian diet. How important is it for our behavior? Because I was told if you eat meat, you'll be fierce as a tiger. If you eat grass, you'll be tame like a buffalo. So how important is diet for our behavior and our, what you call, understanding? And how important is also a vegetarian diet for our prayer life or meditation life? And lastly, how important is this vegetarian diet for our life, long life? Are we healthier? Do we live longer with a vegetarian diet?
So many things in your question. Do you know Devadatta, who tried to kill the Buddha, was a vegetarian? Hitler in Germany, who killed nearly 3 million Jews, was a vegetarian. The Buddha and Jesus, both of them have made one statement. I mentioned this in one of my publications. Purity and impurity in our mind never take place just because the things go through the mouth into our body. But the thing come out from our mouth create all these things. This is the Buddhist attitude. But today people have realized vegetarians maintain healthy life. I know very well, for 4 years I spent in northern India with Hindus. They are pure vegetarian for thousands of years. And all these modern sicknesses that people are facing today, they have never heard. They are free because they lead normal life, they eat normal food, they follow according to nature, they are free. So, it is true. If we keep away from flesh, take natural food, you can have a pure mind also. No guilty feeling in your mind. But by taking what we eat, from the religious point of view, we cannot say the person is pure religious or not. With the vegetarians or not, if the mind is pure or dirty or ugly, it is up to individual. No, the Buddha has never given this advice to the monks, should not eat meat or fish. Devadatta came and asked the Buddha, why not to introduce the monks to lead a vegetarian life? Eat only vegetable food. The Buddha says it is unfair. Because their way of life at that time, not like today. They had to go out with their alms bowl from house to house. Whatever people have prepared in their houses, they come and offer. They cannot choose, oh, we cannot eat this, we cannot eat that. They must have that freedom to eat what they receive. But they never order. I want chicken, I want pork, I want beef. There are three principles. This is very reasonable. If a monk comes to know that this chicken is slaughtered for him, Buddha says better not to take that. If you suspect this person has killed this chicken for him, he should not expect. If you have listened from another person, I know that person killed this chicken for you, should not accept. That is purity of the mind. Here you can understand how liberal this Buddhist way of life. Otherwise, when I went to Mongolia to attend a conference, certain period, no vegetable at all. They eat only meat and bread. So there are many delegates who have come from certain countries, pure vegetarian. What did they offer as food? One big piece of meat like a bricks and with a knife and bread. No vegetable. All those vegetarians had to suffer. Now we can understand why Buddha did not introduce such law that you should not eat. Supposing those who live only eating fish, what do you call them? No, not fishermen. Only fish. The name I forgot. What do you call them? There's nothing else, only fish they eat. They survive only by eating fish. What do you call them? Eskimo. If Eskimo become vegetarian, can they practice Buddhism? That is why Buddha did not introduce that kind of law. But it is up to individual. If you think it is not nice and this and you, okay, go ahead, no problem. But don't force others not to eat. Your final one.
Thank you, Chief Reverend. We have come to the end of today's session. Tomorrow there will be an informal question and answer session on Buddha Dhamma again with Chief Reverend to be held in the KK Zeying Temple from 8 to 9:30 p.m. It's also free and open to all. Those of you who still have questions to ask on tonight's lecture, or maybe in the dreams tonight, may do so at tomorrow's Q&A session. So once again, on behalf of everyone here, thank you very much, Chief Reverend, for sharing with us this very beneficial lecture. I'm sure all of us now know that we cannot live without fear and worries. But we have all learned how to lessen our fears and worries after hearing Chief Reverend's lecture. So on behalf of the organizing committee, thank you to you all for being present here tonight and for your audience, for your attendance, and for being a wonderful audience. Chapter 2, Power of the Mind, will be here on Wednesday night, 14th of August, the same time in this hall, where Chief will share with us how to develop this mental power.
Sabba sanghanubhavena sada suttivantu te nakhattayakha bhutanang papaggaha nivarana parittasvanubhavena hantva te sangupaddve yandun nimittang avamangalancha yocha manapo sakunassa saddho papaggaho dussupinang akantang Buddhanubhavena vinasamentu, Dhammanubhavena vinasamentu, Sanghanubhavena vinasamentu, Dukkhapatta nidukkha, Bhayapatta nibhaya, Sokapatta nisoka, Hontu sabbe pipanino, Sabbe buddha balapatta, Pacchekanam chayang balang, Arahantanam ca tejena rakhang bandami sabbaso.
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
Good health and peace of life to all of you. Thank you.
Make one bow.